It's cracked corn. We're gonna feed Mr. Rooster. We're gonna feed Mr. Rooster. Good morning, everyone. Papa and Josie's homesteading with you. We're gonna feed Mr. Rooster this morning. It has gotten chilly on us here a little bit. Last night got down in the mid-30s. There was a chance of frost, which we're several weeks or even a month behind everybody else on the frost being up here on this hill. It takes it a little longer. So I'm not sure if it frosted down in the bottoms or not. And I know when we got up this morning, it was about 47. Gary, did you get in the fence? Did you get in the fence? But Gary's over without a shelter, and he probably will be all right. But I'm gonna go ahead and move him over this morning so he can get into the shed. Oh, let me get down in here. But I've been feeding Gary and the other pigs. It's a mixture of the feed I've been getting. Yeah, Mr. Rooster don't need no more right now. We're gonna move Gary over here. It's a mixture of crushed corn, crushed soybeans, and then just cracked corn. They seem to be doing good on it. Plus, eating the grass and the acorns and different things. Gary, you want to move? You want to move over here? So, yeah, oh, you're going to go right for them pumpkins, ain't you? Oh, he's going right in the barn. Where you going, Gary? Gary! 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 Woohoo! Gary! Gary! Gary's not listening. He's on a mission. Oh. Gary, come on, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. There you go. Huh? We'll sniff Josie out this morning. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. That way you got a little bit of a shelter. Hi, Mama Cat. Mama Cat don't like Gary. There you go. There you go, Gary. Get him over here, and that's it. He's got the shelter over here anyway. Get him. In case it rains or something like that, he'd probably be fine as long as it didn't rain or something. But we don't want him getting a cold or flu or anything. Just let him pick around on that grass. We're gonna finish feeding the piggies this morning, and I'm gonna work on some firewood stuff this morning. The weather's really not showing. It's gonna warm up a whole big bunch. It's so far showing in the 40s, getting up in the 50s a little bit, but it's getting that time of year. I need to get all of our firewood straightened up in the woodshed and get the woodshed organized a little bit, get some kindling built, made up, and all that good stuff. We'll get y'all here in a little bit. All right, guys. What I have here is a piece of maple. Please save a log or two of this maple just for kindling, and just use the maul to split it up in some smaller pieces here. Start with the maul, make it easy. What is it? Once I get down to smaller pieces here, get rid of that bark. That bark's kind of damp anyway. Just chop it up into smaller pieces. And one good way to do that when you get these smaller pieces is don't swing your hatchet or whatever you're using. Just put it up on the wood, pick the wood up, and drop the whole thing. That way your hands are out of the way. Another way you can do that, let me find a, I just used this tool before for demonstrations purposes. If you got a little small piece of wood or mallet or anything, it'll work. You can take, do that instead of swinging that axe at your fingers, and they will mess you up if they're very sharp. They'll mess you up if they ain't sharp. If you was to miss, and I do know that from experience. That's one way to do it. Me and Josie, we're gonna sit here and bust us up some kindling and put it in a 5-gallon bucket. All right, I just cut up one piece of that stuff. It's just a little bit on the damp side. I think from where it rained the other night, because it was laying, the log I cut these off of was laying behind the wood pile over in the shade. Never really got no sun, and it rained a few days ago. So I just scattered it out here on the ground in the sun. Typically, you wouldn't want to lay this on the ground because it would soak up any moisture in the ground whatsoever. It would soak it up. But where this area is so sandy, it's that ground's dry. There's no moisture in it whatsoever, so it'll dry out there. And I will say, in a pinch, if you didn't want to, if you had some little wet wood and you wanted to dry it out, and you had a gas grill or something like that, you take and lay it. Don't put it right on the flame where it catches on fire, but you can put it over top of your grill and kind of toast it up, I guess you could say. That'd be one way to dry it out quick if you're in a pinch and needed to dry it out. Like I said, that wood will burn. It's got just a little bit of dampness. It will burn, but when it's wet, it smokes more. And I don't want any creosote or anything like that trying to build up in my pipes. I got almost 2 buckets out of that one piece of wood. Oh, that one. This one's all stacked in the bottom like that. And I just sewed them little pieces on top. We'll take it down to the house. And this one, I'm just going to set it in the barn. But the woodshed's going to take a few days. We worked on it just a little bit this morning, but we're going to have to, I might work on it a little bit later this evening before we actually go into the house or something. But that's going to take a few days.